We're going to demonstrate backing into a slip in a single engine outboard. Keep in mind that your outboard very likely has a right-hand propeller, which backs more readily to port than to starboard. Trim the engines out so most of the wash goes under the bottom of the boat rather than up against the transom. It makes it a lot easier to handle. It's helpful to keep the pivot point in the middle of the slip as you make your approach. The pivot point is about 1/3 of the way back from the bow, usually about where you stand or sit to drive the boat. When docking the boat, starboard side to, as we'll be doing here, we'll make our approach with the rudder alternately ahead to port and back to starboard, repeating until we're lined up at the dock. It may help to wait until the rudder is all the way left or right before putting the engine in gear, but sometimes you'll want to put it in gear as you're shifting, as we'll see. Just experiment to see how it works for you. It's important to stay in control and not get going too fast ahead or astern. The objective is to end up parallel to the dock and stopped with no headway or sternway, ready to put out your lines. Now let's see how it's done. Okay, so here we go. We're approaching our slip. We're going to back in and tie up starboard side to. So I'm probably about a boat length off the end of the dock right now, and I've got a tender with a sharp outboard pointing at me, so I'm going to give that plenty of room. And I want to get some of my sternway off, and I want to start getting the boat around here. When you're maneuvering a single engine boat, if you put the engine in gear before you have the wheel where you want it to direct the thrust in the correct direction, sometimes it'll mess you up, but sometimes it helps you get the sternway off the boat too. So I'm just working our way in here. And the objective is, once you get to the dock, you want the boat to be parallel to the dock so that the boat lands perfectly flat on and have no headway or sternway, just like we are just now. That's a good landing. So now we'll put the lines out and tie the boat up, and we're ready to go home.